What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Mic Check Podcast. This is T Word, the People's Champ. Thanks for tapping in. Today, we're talking about Deandre Hopkins, aka Nuke, and his next spot in his NFL journey through his career. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We certainly appreciate the feedback. Okay, so let's get into it. So Deandre Hopkins, aka Nuke, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL over the last 10 years, has been released by the Arizona Cardinals, and he's looking for a new home. Now, there's a up and downside to being released by a team. On the upside, you actually get to pick your next landing spot. On the downside, sometimes people will view you as some type of damaged goods, and they're always looking for some underlying scoop as to why this team walked away from you. I just think it's a financial decision made by the Cardinals, and maybe he wasn't the exact mesh that they expected with Kyler Murray. Now, from the positive side of the situation, Deandre Hopkins gets to find a home with the quarterback that he likes, a team that values him, and it'll express that by offering him a contract when they didn't have to. So I think this could be a really good thing for him. At this point in his career, his ceiling has obviously been reached. He's not going to get better. However, it's about how he can make a team better, and we're going to discuss that today. So there's an article by Athlon Sports, and they named the 4 landing spots, and then I'm going to offer a couple potential landing spots that I came up with that aren't covered in this list. So let's cover their locations first. One potential place they named is Kansas City with the Chiefs. So Patrick Mahomes has shown a history of being able to take pretty much any type of receiver and find a mesh with them and really get some things going. And Deandre Hopkins is a guy that he's got sure hands. He's a good route runner, and he has a quiet leadership about him that makes him a good teammate. So you can see him fitting in. And then when you got an exciting quarterback who's not going to rely on his legs all the time, he's going to throw it. He's good with guys who can find a way to get open and sit down soft spots in the zone, which Deandre Hopkins can do. Patrick Mahomes is going to be a good match for him. So I wouldn't be surprised if Nuke ended up in Kansas City. A very similar situation and landing spot will be the Buffalo Bills. Now you've got another big, strong quarterback who can run it if need be, but they do rely on their passing ability more. And we're talking about Josh Allen. In this offense in Buffalo, they do a good bit of running and passing. Now, I think that they need more of a run game increase than another receiver or something in the pass game. However, when you throw an extra weapon on the field, it's never a bad thing. And Josh Allen throws the ball enough to spread it around well amongst the receivers. You've got Stephon Diggs, but you have to wonder if teams are figuring out exactly how to eliminate him from the game plan, because there are some games where, maybe he's getting first downs or yards, but he's not scoring, and you need your receivers to get into the end zone. And when you've got somebody that can take the pressure off and pose a real threat, now all of a sudden Stephon's more open. So this will be a good fit with Josh Allen. Next up, the Philadelphia Eagles. Another rich get richer situation, and Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. I've said what I had to say about him. I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he's really good. I think he was bolstered by a good offensive cast around him, good protection, a scheme that makes sense for his skill set, and then a defense that's going to get him extra possessions, and that led to success. If the pressure was on him to do these things without some of those elements, you might get a different view of what he is. Now, I'm not here to bash him, but as far as a fit, remember, this is the Athlon Sports article. As far as a fit with this offense, because they do offer so much in the run game, I don't know that Nuke is going to really change what they do. He's not going to be a dynamic player with this team. So that may not be appealing to him, because while he may not be looking to be the number 1 receiver wherever he goes, he certainly isn't going to go to a place where he's like a 4th or 5th option with a group that's going to kind of, I guess you could say, just throw him in the mix instead of giving him some focus. And I think in Buffalo, he'll get a chance to get focus. In Kansas City, he'll certainly get a chance to get focus. In Philadelphia, I just don't see that because of the way that their offense is set up. And then the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this is actually one that we truly agree on because it's on my short list as well. And specific to the fact that they're looking for ways to make Lamar Jackson happy. And what better thing to do than bring him in a high quality receiver that's proven, that's going to find a way to get open and show you his hands when you're in trouble. So instead of taking off and running, you can sling it down the field and you've got a guy who sat down in the soft spot and made himself available for a pass. This is also going to open up the offense to where teams have to back up a little bit, which is going to make Lamar Jackson more deadly as a runner. So I think having a good quality receiver like this is going to work. They've tried the field stretcher aspect of it, and that wasn't enough. Of course, there's Odell Beckham Jr. already there, who we don't know what's left. And then you've got Zay Flowers, a draft pick, who is a field stretcher. So now you've got guys that can attack different levels. I feel like Beckham is still a pretty good route runner. We just don't know what his durability is going to be like. So if you bring in a guy like Deandre Hopkins, all of a sudden you've got a very viable option who's proven to be fairly healthy over his career. So I think that that's a good fit. Now for me, I'd say the Jets are a good fit. They've got a new quarterback, and he's going to need weapons that have that veteran savvy about them. And in my opinion, this is a good fit for Nook. I don't know that he's going to want to go there for a lot of different reasons, maybe weather conditions, whatever. But you could say that about Buffalo. You could say that about Baltimore as well. But at the end of the day, a chance to play with Aaron Rodgers is kind of hard to pass up. My last pick would be him reuniting with his old buddy. What about heading to Cleveland and playing with Deshaun Watson? Now, one thing I noticed is that during Deshaun Watson's situation, DeAndre Hopkins wasn't vocal about it. He didn't speak one way or the other, which I thought was the right thing to do because that's more the business side of the business. It's not for him to pass judgment. So that means that they probably still have a decent relationship. And there's an opportunity for him to go in and play and make some things happen. So, Cleveland isn't the best spot either, but if you get to reunite and with somebody that you have assured magic with, maybe you go there. So we'll see how it goes, but we'd love to get you guys' thoughts. This has been T for the Mike Check Podcast. Until the next time, I'm out. Peace.